Unit 12, Dryden's The Essay on Dramatic Poesy. Dryden, as a poet and critic, he wrote plays until the plague closed the playhouses in 1668. He wrote an essay on dramatic poesy, argued to be his best work written as a discussion between four men. Dryden aimed at expressing his thoughts in most precise and concentrated way possible, although he uses formal poetic structures such as heroic stanzas and heroic couplets. He tried to achieve the rhythms of speech. He appreciated and appreciates similarity to the truth. Dryden relied on both authorities and common sense, and when they did not coincide, he had a hard time deciding what to believe and what to do. He did not pay his dues and was not active, and this kicked out in 1666. The Royal Society of London for Improvement of Knowledge and Natural uh, Knowledge, known simply as Royal Society, is learned society for science that was found in 1660. Dryden's importance as a critic. Dryden is considered the best in literary theory and can be regarded as the first of English literary critics. Dryden, as a critic, has a philosophy in literature to be clear in opinions concerning the function of literature, to know the conditions to fulfill that function in the best way to produce, to praise or criticize with clear reasons and logical justification, to build the image of tradition by comparing between the authors of the age, to believe that the purpose of literature is to give the picture of truth. Dryden's philosophy can be found in his work, The Essay of Dramatic Poesy, in 1668. It is in a form of dialogue among the four characters, the Crites, Eugenius, Lycidius, and Ellender, the Dryden himself. And before going to this, the criticism flourished in England during the restorations of Start. An essay of dramatic poesy deals with the views of major critics and taste of men and women of the time, Dryden. The work is in the form of semi-drama, thus making the abstract theories interesting in late 17th century. Shakespeare was severely criticized for his careless attitude towards the mixing of genres. It was Dryden who elevated Shakespeare to the height for his natural genius. The narrative of an essay of dramatic poets has a fourth debater, among whom the Nelander is one who holds the views of Dryden, unlike the other characters. Thus, discuss the what qualities are most effective in the poetic drama. Dryden discusses the following points. First one, the definition of a play. Second, comparisons between the classical and modern dramas. Third, comparisons between French and English drama. Begins by showing the superiority of ancient drama over the modern European drama. Answer him showing the defects of classical drama and merits of modern drama. Crites begins by showing the superiority of ancient drama over the modern European drama. Enter the answer him showing the defects of classical drama and the merits of modern drama. praises the French drama and speaks of defects of English drama. Eugenus praised the French drama and speaks of the defects of English drama. Answer him showing that advantage of the English drama and disadvantage of French drama. The beginning of the narrative, an essay of dramatic poesy or of the dramatic poesy, is as follows. The battle is going on between the England and Netherlands. These four gentlemen, namely the Crites, Eugenus, Lycidas, and Neander, are travelling by the boat to see the battle and start the discussions on the modern literature. The critics, Crites, open the discussion by saying that none of his contemporary, that is, moderns, can equal the standard and the rules set by the ancient Greek and the Rome. Eugenius restrains him from wasting time on finding the demerits. He asks him to find the relative merits in Greeks and moderns. Views of Crites. The Crites for classical drama, that is, the drama of Aristotle, who believe that drama is limitation of life. The Crites hold the drama of such ancient as successful because it depicts life. He says that both classical and neoclassical favor rules and unites the time, place, and action. Dramatic poesy. The classical unities are rules for drama derived from Aristotle. In their neoclassical form, they are also follows the unity of action, unity of place, and unity of time. The play should have one main action that is followed with no or few subplots. In the unity of place, a play should cover a single physical space and should not attempt to compress geography, nor should the stage represent more than one place. Next, the unity of time. The action in a play should take place over no more than 24 hours. The main point of Dryden's essay seems to be a valuation of becoming the striving nature, imitating large scope of tragic comedy and Shakespeare over being the static perfection of the ideal imitating classical French and Johnsonian drama. According to Kreitz, modern dramatists are shadow of uh, the Elizabethan dramatic. Ben Jonson borrowed from classic and felt proud to call himself as modern Horace. The classical is more skillful in language than the successor. At this, he ends up his conversations the views of Eugenus. And in this, there are five issues they have dealt. The Dryden dealt in this: the ancient versus modern, unities, French versus English drama, separations of tragedy and comedy versus tragic comedy, and appropriateness of rhyme in drama. The views favor modern dramatics, however, intent of telling about the virtues of modern, he criticized the fault of classical playwrights. According to him, classical drama is not divided into acts and also lack originality. Next, if we go for fourth point, the dramas are based on what? Out myth, they are already known to the audience, and their comedies are based overused curiosity of stolen heirs and miraculous restoration. They disregard poetic justice instead of punishing the wise and rewarding the virtue. They have often shown prosperous wickedness and an unhappy devotion. The classical drama also lacks affection. The heroes of Homer were lovers of appetite, food, etc. While modern characters of French drama gave up everything sleep, water, and food for sake of love. And next, the French drama of 17th century, leads by the Conley, strictly followed unities of time, place, and action. The French dramatics never mixed tragic and tragedy and comedy. They strictly adhered to the point justice, reward the virtue and punishment the vice. For this, they even alter original situation. The French dramatist interview the truth with fiction to make it interesting, bringing elements that lead to fate and borrow from history to reward the virtuous, which he was early deprived of. They prefer emotional overplot, violent actions take place off stage and are told by messengers rather than showing them in real. The argument favoring superiority of French drama, he talks about greatness of Elizabethans. For him, the Elizabethans fulfill the drama's requirement, that is, imitation of life. French drama rise perfections, but no soul or emotions as it primarily focus on the plot. For tragic comedy is the best form of drama, but sad as well as or heightened and sit side by side. Hence, it is closest to life. And also he believes that subplots enrich the drama. This French drama, having a single plot, lacks its vividness. Further, Samuel Johnson, who defended the Shakespeare's disregard of unities, he believes that adherence to the unities prevents depth. According to him, deviations from set rule and unities gives diverse themes to drama. Nienders rejects the arguments that change of place and time diminishes the dramatic credibility in drama. For him, human actions will seem more natural if they get enough time to develop. He also argues that Shakespeare is a man who all the modern and perhaps ancient poet and the largest and most comprehensive soul. The Francis and John Fletcher's dramas are rich in wit and have smoothness and polish in their language. I'm apt to believe that English language in them arrived at its highest perfections if Ben Jonson is a genius for correctness. Shakespeare excelled him in wit. His argument ends with familiar comparisons. Shakespeare was the father of our dramatic poet. Johnson was Virgil, the patterns of elaborate writing. I admire him, but I love Shakespeare. Thus, for him, the Elizabethans are superior because they have varieties of themes, emotions, deviations, wit. They do not adhere to rule as well. Thus, their drama is really an imitation of life. The views on rhymes in drama at the end of discussion, the appropriateness of rhyme in drama, or an argument between the Crites and Neanders over the rhymes in plays. The Crites believe that blank verses as a poet form nearest to prose is most suitable for drama. On other hand, Neander defend rhymes as it briefly and clear explains everything. The boat on which they all were riding reaches its destination. The stars at Somerset House and discussions ends without any conclusions being made. So these are the 5 issues in essay on dramatic poesy. Thank you.